Even when we know we should be doing something else, this addictive quality is further amplified by the fear of missing out. The more you scroll, the more you reinforce these neural pathways, making it harder to break free from the cycle. You must have caught yourself scrolling through social media for hours. You start with one post and suddenly it's way past your bedtime. This is the power of endless scrolling, a feature designed to keep you hooked. It's like a bottomless pit of information, videos and images constantly feeding our desire to see what is next. This constant flow of content can be both fascinating and overwhelming. On one hand, it offers endless entertainment and connection. On the other hand, it can lead to addiction. This video will teach you about the world of endless scrolling, exploring its mechanism, who created it, and its impact on our lives. Imagine a magic well that never runs dry. You keep throwing water and it's keep replenishing itself. That's essentially how endless scrolling works. As you scroll down a web page or app, fresh content automatically loads, ensuring you never hit the bottom. This continuous feed is designed to keep you engaged. The moment you reach the end of one article or video, more options appear, tempting you to stay glued to your screen. This clever design exploits our natural curiosity and desire for novelty. Instead of having to click or tap to load more content, endless scrolling provides a seamless, effortless browsing experience. This ease of access, however, can also make it difficult to disengage, leading to excessive screen time and potentially negative consequences. While the exact origin of endless scrolling are difficult to pinpoint, its implementation is often attributed to tech giants like Facebook and Instagram. These platforms recognize the potential of keeping users engaged for longer periods. Endless scrolling as a tool to achieve this goal, one of the key figures associated with the rise of endless scrolling, the R.Z. Raskin, who has openly expressed his regret over its creation. Raskin, the designer behind the infinite scroll feature, on Twitter has compared it to a slot machine, highlighting its addictive nature. These tech companies aim to create a more engaging user experience, but the unintended consequences of their creation have raised concern about internet addiction and its impact on mental health. Section 4, Trapped in the Loop, the addictive nature of endless scrolling. Why is endless scrolling so addictive? The answer lies in the way it interacts with our brain reward system. Every time we see something new, our brain releases a small amount of dopamine, which is a feel-good chemical. Endless scrolling provides a constant stream of new content, triggering a continuous cycle of dopamine release. This creates a feedback loop where we keep scrolling to chase that feeling of reward. Even when we know we should be doing something else, this addictive quality is further amplified by the fear of missing out or FOMO. Social media platforms in particular prey our desire to stay connected and informed. We scroll endlessly, afraid of missing out on the latest news, trends or social updates, further fueling the cycle of addiction. Section 5, The Price of Scrolling, Impacts on Mental Health and Productivity. The constant stimulation and information overload brought about by endless scrolling can take a toll on our mental health. Studies have linked excessive social media use and endless scrolling to increased level of anxiety, depression and loneliness. Furthermore, the constant distraction posed by endless scrolling can significantly hamper productivity. Every notification, every new post acts as a mini interruption, pulling us away from the tasks that require focus and concentration. The time we spent on endless scrolling is time we could be using for more fulfilling activities like spending time with loved ones, pursuing hobbies, or simply disconnecting and enjoying the present moment. Section 6, Breaking Free Strategies for Mindful Scrolling. While breaking free from the clutches of endless scrolling may seem daunting, there are several strategies we can implement to regain control over our digital habits and prioritize our well-being. First and foremost, setting time limits on our social media use can help us be more mindful of our consumption. Most smartphones now come equipped with features that track and limit app usage, allowing us to set healthy boundaries. Secondly, consciously choosing to engage with quality content or quantity can enrich our digital experience. Unfollowing accounts that trigger negative emotions or spread misinformation can create a more positive and less overwhelming online environment. Finally, rediscovering the joy of offline activities is crucial. Engaging in hobbies, spending time in nature, and nurturing real-life connections can provide a much-needed respite from the digital world and foster a sense of balance and well-being. By implementing these strategies, we can break free from the endless scroll and reclaim our time, focus, and mental health. The thing about social media is that this seemingly harmless habit is subtly rewiring your brain, affecting everything from your attention span to your mental health. This isn't just about wasting time, it's about understanding the profound impact of excessive social media use on our cognitive functions and well being. Think of your brain as a muscle. When you constantly bombard it with fleeting stimuli, like those found on social media, you're essentially giving it a workout in distraction. Yes, workout in distraction. And this constant state of mental juggling weakens your ability to focus on tasks that require sustained attention, like reading a book or engaging in a meaningful conversation. The more you scroll, the more you reinforce these neural pathways, making it harder to break free from the cycle. This isn't just a hypothetical concern. Research has shown a strong correlation between heavy social media use and decreased gray matter volume in the brain. Particularly, gray matter is a responsible area for attention, which is helpful in emotional regulation and decision making. This suggests that excessive scrolling can lead to structural changes in the brain, potentially impacting our cognitive abilities in the long run. The good news is that any muscle the brain can be retrained by understanding the mechanism at play. We can make conscious choices to mitigate the negative effects and regain control over our digital habits. Each notification, like, or comment triggers a surge of dopamine. As we talked before, it is the neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward, and how it creates a feedback loop. You scroll, you get a dopamine hit, you scroll more and more. Social media platforms are designed to exploit this vulnerability, keeping you hooked with notification and algorithmically curated content. The problem is our brain weren't designed for this. Over time, the dopamine receptors become desensitized, requiring more and more stimulation to achieve the same level of pleasure. This can lead to a vicious cycle of addiction where you need to spend increasing amount of time on social media just to feel normal. This desensitization has real-world consequences. It can make it harder to find joy in everyday activities as the brain becomes accustomed to the heightened stimulation of the digital world, and that's exactly what they want you to be. This can lead to feelings of boredom, restlessness, and dissatisfaction with life offline. Additionally, the constant pursuit of digital rewards can come at the expense of pursuing activities that contribute to long-term fulfillment and well-being. Remember when you could get lost in a book for hours or sit through a movie without checking your phone? Our ability to focus is under attack. The research has shown that the average human attention span has shrunk significantly in the digital age. The constant task switching required by social media trains our brain to crave novelty and instant gratification. This can make it challenging to engage with tasks that require sustained focus and deep thought. Think about reading a complex article or working on a creative project. These activities require us to resist distractions and delve deeply into the subject. Alright, let's talk about the mental health. You see, constant exposure to creator lives can lead to the feelings of inadequacy and low self-esteem over time. This can contribute to anxiety, depression, as we talked before. It's important to recognize these effects and take steps to mitigate them. So what we can do to use social media in a healthy way? First, set time limits, as we talked before. Avoid excessive use. Secondly, create your feed to include positive, uplifting content. And thirdly, take regular breaks to disconnect and recharge and fully engage in real life social interaction. To maintain a balanced perspective, remember moderation is key.